Meeting to order. Please rise to the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Hill,
Present.
Treasurer Flicker,
Here.
Trustee Appy, here, Trustee Newton,
Here.
Clerk Squires, here.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion at this time for the approval of the meeting agenda that's been provided. I'll make that motion. Moved by trustee Newton, support.
I'll support.
Support by trustee Appy. Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. That motion carries. We're on to the approval of the consent agenda. And I would entertain a motion by a board member. I'll make that motion. Okay, to accept the consent agenda as approved, as presented. We had a motion by Treasurer Kluger.
I'll support that.
Support by trustee Appy. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. And so that also includes the elected officials report. And as I did last month, I would like to make sure that we have made a motion to place the elected official reports officially on file. Can I get a motion to that effect? I'll make that motion. Thank you, trustee Newton.
Support.
Support trustee Appy. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. We have inserted the public comment section on our action items. And although they're not a long list tonight, I would entertain any public comment that we might have regarding those 5 items that are listed. I think we have just one on Zoom, Jason.
Just Greg,
Okay.
but he's muted.
All right. Seeing no hands out in the audience, so then we'll continue to move on. Don't see anything up on the screen. No. Okay. All right. Very good. We're going to move on to our new business here, and we have a guest from the Roscommon Literacy Council. If you'd approach, if you have material for the board, greatly pass that out. And then if you'd have a seat there and turn your microphone on, introduce yourself, and you'll have the floor.
Thank you. This is a different kind of setup for me with the microphone.
Yeah.
Note
I didn't say I like it. Thanks,
You're welcome. Thank you for having us in tonight. All right.
The button you need to push.
It's already on.
And then you need to kind of get close.
It's green, so
Yeah, kind of get close to that.
like this. Is this good?
Unfortunately, we gotta redo it again. And can you test it?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Nancy Smith was supposed to be with me tonight. She sends her regrets. She had to travel out of town unexpectedly, so I'll handle the whole thing tonight. We are making the rounds of the township meetings, just telling people a little bit about the Roscommon County Literacy Council. I'm the current president, Michelle Ewald. It's kind of a quiet organization. It's been around since 1990. I'm going to do some talking points on this fact sheet on the front where you can see Dolly Parton's beautiful face there. One of the things that you learn in education school is that you don't say everything that's on your handout, so I'm going to highlight a few things on here. So I didn't know about this organization really until a few years ago when I started in my current role as a literacy coach at Core ISD, and I was connected with the organization. Been around since 1990, so over 30 years, and nonprofit, and currently we have 8 volunteer members who do all the work. We have a couple more people interested, hoping to get to double digits soon. It started initially to support adult literacy, and over the years, it's changed missions, and now it's primarily focused on early literacy. And in my role with all of my reading training, we know that birth to 5 is critical for getting kids going on literacy. So it's a good focus. We'd like to eventually broaden our focus again, but for now, it's primarily young children. I'm going to talk a little bit about the community partnerships. Some of the events that we do as fundraisers, I think are our most visible items in the community, in the county. We, at Christmas in the Village, hold a scholastic book fair every year, hugely popular right before the holidays. And then in the summer around the Arts Festival, we have a used book sale. And it's high quality. People are so generous donating quality used books. The people on our council set it up. It looks like a mini Barnes and Noble. We have really reasonable prices. And when you think about our county, there aren't many places where you can go to a physical bookstore and purchase books. So we're really proud of those two events. Another way to spread literacy as much as possible throughout the county. The kind of middle section with all the red numbers and bigger print there. The first one, that's our main initiative, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I'm sure many people here are familiar with it. It's free to families. Anyone birth through 5 who's a county resident and is registered for it is eligible. And the foundation sends one age-appropriate book to children's homes every month. So our local responsibility is to maintain a database. Fran Jacobs, who's a retired teacher, does that. And then the Dolly Parton Foundation does all the work from there. We're responsible for half of the cost, so it's just over $25 per child. And then again, her foundation takes care of the rest of it. So we have over 540 children in the county right now. Just as a connection to Gerrish Township, 69 of the kids currently are in there, so about 13% of the county's current participants are in there. And since 2014, Fran was recently given the statistic that our county has just distributed over 54,000 books in the past 10 years. And then, so if you use that 13%, roughly 7,000 free books have gone out to Gerrish Higgins household. So by the time the children turn 5, they have a library of 60 books at their home. The books come packaged like this and with an address label on the back, and they have the Imagination Library logo on there. And then right before they go to school, they get this one called Look Out Kindergarten, Here I Come. That's always the last one that they get. They change the books around each year so that if you have multiple children in the family, they don't just get duplicate books. They're not all changed every year, but a fair number of them. So the other thing we're really proud of is since it began in 2010, we have over 1,000 graduates of the program in our county. So we feel like we're really giving kids a great start before they start school. The other thing I wanted to comment about was the little free libraries. We're aware of 16 of them in the county, 2 of them in Gerrish Township, one's right back out here, and the donations go to the desk, and then there's one on East Higgins Lake Drive as well. And if you're aware of any other little free libraries in your township, please let us know. There's contact information on the front little card with my information and then Nancy's information on there. And then there's also information about how to get in touch with our literacy council on the bottom of the front page. So if you're aware of any other ones in your township, let us know. We can't possibly sell all the amazing books that get donated to us every year. So we use them to stock the little free libraries so that people have access to books. And then just a couple other comments on the front. We have future project and goals. We almost have our Facebook page ready to go. It's like moments away from being ready. And then some of our goals are to reach out to some of the smaller education groups, like the homeschool group. Emmanuel Baptist, I know, is in your township. So we're trying to just spread our mission as wide and far as we can and assist people however we can. The rest of the packet, the middle page is an application for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. You can also do the application online. If you know of children who aren't registered, no matter where they live, there's probably an imagination library. It's a worldwide organization now. You can either return this to us if you're in Roscommon County or go online. And then the last page is something that we started in this past year. We started a sponsorship program. And so for $25, you can sponsor a child. We've had many individuals do that. People are pretty surprised when they find out that it only costs $25 per year. I mean, $2 a month for a beautiful book shipped to someone's home is pretty reasonable. So we've had many individuals support, sponsor. We've had some organizations such as the Friends of the Library. And then about a year ago, the Village of Roscommon did a sponsorship, and then they've made us into a line item to support the organization. So like I said, we were just trying to make the rounds, make people aware. Basically anything that's reasonable and related to literacy for any age. If you have any ideas, contact us. We're always looking for new ways to reach out. So really appreciate the time. I heard someone say it's going to be your shortest meeting ever, so I don't want to make it any longer. But if there's anything I didn't explain very well or any questions or comments that you have, I'd be happy to entertain anything.
Question. I was just curious when you stated how many people are involved in the council now. Is that a higher number than what it has been?
I think it dwindled pretty far down during COVID, especially, and then I've been bugging everybody I know.
Yeah, it sounds like from what I remember, it was just like maybe 3 to 4.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, we worked really hard on membership. One of the things we are trying to do is get more of a variety of people. It tends to be primarily educators and retired educators. So we're trying to get some people. We have a couple who just approached us last month who don't seem to be retired educators. So we're excited. Not that we have anything against educators, but it's nice to have a variety of people represented. Is there anything else that
You said you had 2 free libraries in Gerrish?
that we're aware of?
Okay, and where were they again?
One's right on the other side of the parking lot there, and then the other one's on East Higgins Lake Drive. I don't have the exact crossroad. But yeah, I looked up where they were.
Isn't there one down Cheney Point?
Hillsdale and,
Okay,
Cheney Point,
yeah,
yeah.
Hillsdale. and
okay,
Cheney Point.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah.
Is it specific to the Little Shavers or is it just like a neighborhood bookshare?
I've never looked at it, you've seen the things.
There's on Kelly Beach, there's also one, but I don't know
Okay.
if it's a neighborhood bookshare, but it definitely has it open. You can take a look and leave a book.
Excellent. So Kelly Beach,
Kelly Beach.
and then say yours again.
Corner of Hillsdale and Shady Point.
Okay,
Hillsdale's like the next street,
okay.
is it? I think it is.
No.
I might
No,
have to-
Rising
Second
Pond and then
Main Street on the
Hillsdale.
right. so
Okay,
it's
yeah, thank you. We have so many beautiful books. We're trying to.
There's another one on Cardinal Avenue also.
Wow, okay. So,
Do you have, let's see, why don't we just email?
that would be fantastic. Yeah,
The potential locations and even if they were, I guess the way I look at it is even if they were little additional neighborhood little book, they quickly could be also used. I'm quite sure everybody
Sure.
has grandkids and things like that.
Sure, yeah.
I'm sure if there were books in there that would be used, so.
Thank you. Yeah, we're always looking for, like I said, ways to distribute
So
quality.
maybe we could, board members and chief, ship off an email to Michelle's email address and they can check those things out.
Thank you. Then I don't have the pressure of remembering all this.
That's right, exactly. Any public, got any comments or questions for Michelle? At all? Yeah, okay, in the back, can you stand up and give us your name?
I will just say, my name is Jimmy Anderson, but Rotary Club, which I've been a part of for 35 years, has put tens of thousands of dollars into the Dolly Parton program and supported the it's a great organization. They do a lot of good. So,
Thank you. Yeah.
and we will continue, the both Home Lake Rotary and Roscommon and the district to put money into it.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Did you?
Do you have an extra package?
Mhm.
You're probably thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah. We have a group called Act Now that does a lot of fundraising and donating.
Okay,
I think it would fit well with that.
thanks for considering.
It was hit with the mission, I
Yeah.
think, with that,
Thank you.
and, yeah. So maybe you guys can get in touch and maybe enhance their effort.
Yeah, we have a monthly board meeting, so we probably have to come and present to the board exactly what you did here and just explain a little bit. We can vote on it and we can go from there, but I think they would go for it.
And they do have money and it has no bureaucratic red tape, which is what I love about that organization.
Sounds ideal.
Yeah, sounds like you, doesn't it? Yes.
Well, I
Very good.
really appreciate the time to share about our organization, and please reach out if you're anything like me, you'll be driving home and think of a question. That's usually what happens.
Very good.
So-
Also, as I offer all the guests that come, it's your opportunity to jettison if you would like, no offense if you need to leave.
I
If
appreciate
you
it.
so desire to watch government in action, that's fine. But I don't know too many people that love to do that, so
I don't know if love might be strong.
no offense. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Appreciate you
coming.
coming. Thank you.
You want me to turn this back off?
No, you can leave it.
Yeah, you can if you would. Would you just hit that button?
Okay,
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
that works too.
Thank you.
Okay, on to item number 2 on the agenda, which is the new equipment, it's listed as new equipment for the Gerrish Township Police Patrol Car. It's actually a combination of R&R remove replace, it's in conjunction with a brand new car that after about 8 months finally came in. And of course, as usual, some things you can remove and replace, and some things you can't re-engineer because simply by liability, they won't let you, and there's no product pieces, so you have to buy new. So this particular thing, if you weren't at the board meeting, exceeds Chief Pashinsky's limits of authorizing himself. So it's a formalized motion here. So I would accept the motion by a board member that the board authorize Chief Pashinsky to spend up to $12,000 for the necessary removing and replacement costs of upfitting and appropriate new equipment necessary to bring the new patrol unit into service. Anybody want to make that motion? I'll make that motion. Thank you, trustee Newton. Any support? Support Squires. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed the same. Motion carried. Number 3, it has been typified as a resignation, but it's actually a formal notice of an intent to retire. It's with great regret, that, it's like anything else, all good things must come to an end, and, Sergeant Wybranick has advised us of that. So I would entertain a motion by a board member that the board accept the letter of intent with Sergeant John Wybranick to retire from the Gerrish Township Police Department effective December 18th, 2024, and of course, with the appropriate payouts due to him. Anybody want to make that motion?
Yeah. What if we don't want to go?
Well, being as though I was in that position a while ago, I'll make a motion that we accept. Retirement. Is there any support?
I'll support that.
Thank you. Any further discussion? The only discussion I have is obviously, John has been a wonderful, employee. He's been with us twice, actually. This is the second time around. And, John was a very honest individual with me when I actually recommended to hire him. And he literally told me exactly about how long he thought he could give the township, and we're exactly at the point in which he said about how long I thought. So it's been a completely honest, upfront relationship. So we have a motion, we have support, any further discussion? All those indicate in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carries. Yeah. Gotta be that guy, don't you? with regret, but we will. You can tell him that.
Yeah, I'll play with him a little tomorrow, let him know that his letter wasn't accepted.
Appreciate that. Number three, on the agenda, of course, with that vacancy, I know this is working right.
We're in number 4.
Yeah, number 4. With that, the announcement of the retirement, of course, we have to formally give Chief Mashinsky the authorization to go out and try to fill this position accordingly. So with that, accept the motion by a board member that the board give Chief Mashinsky the authority to advertise a position for a full-time police officer in Gerrish Township.
Make that motion.
Moved by Clerk Squires. I'll support. Supported by Trustee Newton. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Best of luck to you, my friend. Trying to fill that position. It's have no doubt it won't be easy.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I've been chasing a couple leads and stuff and working a few avenues, so it's looking somewhat promising, so.
okay, very good. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you. And number 5, and actually the last on the agenda is the hiring of a paid-on-call firefighter. And this time, I think I'd like to give Jim Fisher, the chief, the opportunity to bring Josh up and introduce him to the what crowd there is here tonight, and to the board. And the floor is yours, sir.
That's turn on.
I feel kind of weird having to carry a mic around, but I'm real excited to have Josh here. Josh is fairly new to the community. He married into a family here a while back and has moved into Roscommon County as well. And he was looking for something to do in the community. He works out of the house, and so he thought this might be a good place to be, and we're really glad to have him. So Josh will be joining us after this meeting tonight, and he'll be starting the fire class in November. The fire class runs from November to May. It's Mondays and Wednesday nights and some Saturdays throughout the winter. It's a lot of time commitment for Josh to get that, but once he gets through with the class in May, he'll be a state certified firefighter with us. So we're really happy to have Josh, and I know he knows some of the folks in the room already from being with the family here, so we're really glad to have him. So this is Josh.
Welcome.
Thank you, Josh. Do you want to say a few words, or you got to do that? You can like to do it. Go right ahead. What do
Oh,
you
yeah, man, you gotta hold the mic though.
Yeah, exactly what Jim had said. Moved here from the Colorado like 2 years ago, got married, and I think I'm luckily very good friends with Mary Jo. Her daughter is friends with my wife, and I think for the most part, just really lacking in community camaraderie and want to get more involved. So I work fully remote, so sometimes it's a little bit of a drag. So
Outstanding.
yeah, yes sir.
You're joining a great group of folks.
Yeah,
And you can't help but learn a lot. And so good luck. And we'll make the formal motion to hire you, and obviously we'll congratulate you.
yes sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. All right, we're good. Accept a motion by a board member that the board approve Chief Fisher's recommendation to hire Josh. And I know I'm gonna butcher it, but I am Murray. As a firefighter, 1 and 2 paid on call firefighter for the Gerrish Township Fire EMS Department. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion. Oops, I'm sorry.
All right, Larry, I'll give it to you. You've been quiet, so motion by Treasurer Kruger and supported by
I'll support that.
Trustee Hoppy. And is there any further discussion, board? Hearing none, all in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye, opposed the same. Motion carries. Again, Josh, I wish you the best of luck and thank you for considering our township. Appreciate it. All right, we're on to the portion of the second public comment. Does anybody have a public comment with all from the audience that you're ready to get out? All right, got nothing inside the room. How about on Zoom? So we have 2 people on Zoom. Does anybody have a public comment?
Yeah, I have nothing. Thank you.
Okay, and how about the other one? Is that, I can't read, is that Gene Lawrence?
Gene Lawrence.
Can you hear me?
Okay, who's muted if you are, you know.
She can mute herself.
Oh. What the chance she pops on there, let me know. All right, not seeing anything there, it's time for the announcements. I sure wouldn't want to steal the thunder for the Porch Fire, so. I'm just gonna, yeah.
Okay.
There, Joe, do you have anything? Do you have anything? Announcement?
I forgot to go over to the, Gerrish Park, but I'm sure things are going well over there with the new bathroom.
I've been trying for 3 days to go over there,
Yeah. Which was closer.
but I haven't been
That's exciting.
successful.
Yeah, playground looks great.
Okay, very good. That should be coming along fine, that project, what's fire?
Public accuracy test and election commission meetings coming on October 21st, 8:30 in the morning. Early voting starting October 26th through November 3rd, 8 to 4 daily. We have issued 889 absentee ballots, with only 214 returned at this point, which is only 24%. We have a lot more coming out.
Say that again, 889.
889 issued, 214 back, only 24%.
How does that compare?
It means we're gonna get them all at the end. You know, with mail and everything.
Right?
Then we have trunk or treat on the 31st, and it's only trunks.
We're looking for trunks, folks, October 31st, look, it's gonna be really warm, right? No snow.
Are they saying it is? I don't know. I haven't looked
I
at it.
just tried to be encouraging. Anyway.
Right.
Very good. Do you have any? No, I'm good. Okay. And, Treasurer Kruger, comments? Nothing. I have nothing. And so with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting. I got somebody raised a hand.
You wanna talk about the trunk or treat? Mention trunk or treat, do you think? Right?
Oh, we just did.
Yeah, Michelle mentioned it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, you took me
Just
right
like
out
the
there?
here.
Come on.
Yes, we need trunks.
What are you trying to do?
Is it switch roll back there?
Put those three chairs together, that's right now.
These guys, they're bothering me.
Here's the one room, I don't know.
Man, got nothing.
Actually, what you're trying to do is make sure that this is at least a half an hour.
You got 2 more minutes, right?
Right, exactly. I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:27. Sure, we can go with that, 7:27. I'll make that motion then by trustee Newton. Do I have support?
I'll support that.
Supported by trustee Howard. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you all for attending.